Howdy guys, how's it going? This is a request by Nikolaj from Denmark. How's it going, buddy? We're going to be looking at Zoupa by Metallica today. Let's take a look. Before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is D standard, which is D, G, C, F, A, D. So get yourself a tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. We're going to initially start off with this slide, that little chord there. So it doesn't matter particularly where we start. The formation will eventually land on 12 of the second and 13 of the third. So you can just go back to sort of around the 5, 6 area. We slide in, and then when we get there, I want to hit it one more time. Okay, then we're working to this. So if we're in standard tuning, I guess I'm kind of working around an E minor pentatonic area. So what I'm doing there, I play 12 to 14 on the 4th, and then I've got a flat finger across the 2nd and the 3rd string on 12th fret, and I'm going to hit that idea, that little chord 3 times. Okay, so from the top, and then after I hit that chord 3 times, I just quickly resolve that to 14 of the 4th. Let's put that little chord in front of it now. Okay, then I work into this. So I've got that little chord again on 12 of the 2nd and the 3rd string. And then I want to go 14, 12 on the 4th. And then to 14 of the 5th. And at the end of that, I want to do a hammer on into a pull-off going 12, 14, 12 on the 4th string. So I go. Let's try the whole thing thus far from the top. Okay, then we're working to this next part now. It's going to be around a similar area, and then we're going to be working through some more sort of diatonic shapes over here. So the start of this next chunk goes. So what I do here, 12, 14 on the 4th, and then to 12 of the 2nd and the 3rd as a chord. And then I go 14, 12 on the 4th, and then jump to 14 of the 5th. Now at the end of that, I want to finish that with a hammer on from 12 to 14. That last 12 to 14 was on the 4th string, obviously. I work into this phrase. So I do this all down pick because it gets a bit more of an aggressive. You can almost get a slight pinch harmonic with those ideas as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a hammer on into a pull-off, 6, 7, 6 on the 3rd, and then it'll go 9 to 7 on the 4th. And then I'll hit the 7 again and slide back into 9. As I said, all down pick gets that aggressive sound. Now I want to work through this last chunk. Okay, so I want to do a hammer on into a pull-off again. It's going to go 4, 5, 4 on the 3rd. And then I want to jump to 7 of the 4th string. And then I go back down to 4 of the 3rd. So nice and slow. And then it goes. So what I'm doing there is it's going 7, 5, 4 on the 4th, and then to 5 of the 5th. At the end of that, I want to slide from 5 to 7. So I'm going to hit the 5 again on the 5th string. So all together. And I drop my pointer down, and then I want to slide from 6 to 9 on the 4th string, and then end on 10 of the 5th. So the last chunk goes. Let's try the whole thing from the start, and then we'll do it one more time nice and slow with the tabs. One more time with the tabs. Okay, let's have a look at the second section. I want to start with a slight bend on 14 of the 3rd string, and I want to hit 12 of the 2nd, and then do 2 pull-offs. I'm going to hit the 15 and then pull off to 12. I want to do that twice. So all together, I want to do that idea again. Okay, and then after that I follow that up with another little bend, and then I want to go, which is just a similar idea but a little bit quicker and not as many notes. So I'm going to go 12, 15, back to 12 as a hammer into a pull-off, and then jump to 14 of the 3rd string, and I'm going to do that idea twice as well. So I've got the first idea twice, one little bend, and then the second idea twice. One more time through the whole thing now. Hopefully that's making sense, and then it goes. So to finish that phrase, I want to play 12 of the 3rd string, and then jump to 14 of the 4th. So it goes. Okay, then I work into this. Let's slow that down. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing a hammer on from 12 to 14 on the 4th string, and then I jump to 12 of the 3rd and the 2nd string as that mini chord that we had in section 1, and then jump back up to 14 of the 4th string. Okay, now the next bit's sort of just working diatonically down that E minor pentatonic shape. So this is just going 14-12 on the 3rd, 14-12 on the 4th, and then 14-12 on the 5th. I'm going to join that to the other part. Okay, now when I get to this 12 here, I'm going to slide that back. So all in one pick, I'm sliding from 12 to 10 on the 5th. Then I want to hammer that into 12 again, so I go. And then I will resolve that on 10 of the 5th string. So I go 14, 12 as a slide into 10, hammering back to 12, and then just 10 as a single note. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's try the whole thing from the start of the section, and then we'll do it one more time slowly with the tabs. One more time with the tabs. Okay, let's have a look at the 3rd section. I'm going to start with the 2nd and the 3rd string together on 14, and we're going to hit them as a chord and then bend it. I'm going to do 3 of those, and after the 3rd group, I'm going to pull off to 12 with that chord shape with a flat finger on 12 of the 2nd and the 3rd string. Okay, then after that, I want to jump to 14 of the string above, and then I'm going to play 12 as a flat finger chord, and then 14 as a flat finger chord after that. So all together. Then it goes. So that next bit, up and back from that little bend, then the flat finger on 12, and then I go to 14 of the 4th, and then back to the 12 on the 2nd and the 3rd string. So it'll go. Let's have a look at what we've got thus far, nice and slow. Hopefully that's all making sense, and at the end of that little chunk, we're just going to quickly add that 14 to 12 on the 2nd and the 3rd string again. So, okay, then I work into this next phrase. It's exactly the same thing 4 times. So I'm doing a slight bend on 14 and then going to 12, and I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And at the end of that, I've just got 14 on the 3rd string as a delicious bent vibrato. Alright, let's try the whole thing from the start, relatively slow, and then we'll do it one more time with the tabs. One more time with the tabs. Okay, so the 4th section is working with predominantly triplets. We've just got a little offbeat note on 12 of the 4th, and then we just start doing triplets on the on beat after that. You get the idea. So I'm going to start from 12 of the 4th with the back pick, and then my initial triplet's going to go 14, 12, 14 on the 5th. Okay, then I go from 12 of the 4th to 14 of the 5th, back to 12 of the 4th. Okay, then I'm going to go 14, 12, 14 on the 4th string. Let's do everything thus far a little bit slower. Okay, now I'm going to do a relatively similar idea to what we just did, but we're going to go from the 3rd string to the 4th string now. So I'm going to go from 12 of the 3rd, 14 of the 4th, back to 12 of the 3rd. And then it goes 14, 12, 14 on the 3rd string. So it goes. And I bring my whole right hand over, and then it goes 16, 14, 16. And then I'm going to go 17, 16, 17, also on the 3rd string. So thus far. And then after that, just 2 little notes on 19 of the 3rd string. Kind of breaks the triplet tradition there. And we're working to this last phrase. So I've got a hammer on into a pull off. I'm going 17, 20, back to 17 on the 2nd. Then I go to 19 of the 3rd. And then I'm going to do a quick triplet on 17 of the 2nd string. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I want to do this next phrase 3 times. Very simple idea. I'm playing 17 to 20, back to 17 is a hammer into a pull off, and then playing 19 of the 3rd. Okay, so after I've done the 3rd group of that, I go. So what I do here is I want to play 17 of the 3rd, 19 of the 4th, back to 17 of the 3rd. So let's go from the hammer-on bit now, and we'll add those 3 notes to the end of it. And I go. So at the end of that, I'm playing 19, 17 on the 3rd, 19 of the 4th, and then 17, 19 on the 3rd. So I'm just sort of making my way forwards and back. At the end of that phrase, I want to play 19 of the 3rd and 20 of the 2nd to do sort of a dual bend idea, and I just do 3 angry bends here. You notice that I'm playing those notes together, so it's like a chord, I'm just bending up the top note. So let's take it from the start of the section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it one more time with the tabs. One more time with the tabs. And that was the solo to Zoupa True by Metallica. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Catch you real soon.